I just love this thing. This is Rainbow Banu. Ooh, I just have so much fun. It's like you can like twist it and stuff. It was even better when it was like all in and out in there. In and out. Okay. To continue part 2 of the shamanic prayer, Spirit advises you to keep your hope and pray. You see how she's rising up, even through meditation. You know, everything is about intention anyway. As long as you have positive intentions and you're focusing towards something greater than yourself, you know, like the world, God, universe. You know what I'm saying? It's about perspective here, okay? Maybe you need to change your perspective, even if you have to become a shapeshifter. It means to put yourself in someone else's shoes. Like, try to imagine what this would be like in someone else's position, even an animal. You know, how does that animal feel? How, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about perspective here. And it's time to purge. This came up in the last one, I believe. Or move west. If things went left. So if things went left in your life, instead of going right, then it's time to purge all of these things in your life that do not serve you. We're about to go through a very difficult time here on the planet. And it's time to get healthy. It's time to love one another. It's time to raise the vibration. Better we are working together, the better things will be. Because otherwise we're just going to have chaos. Complete chaos. We're going to have, I don't want to get into it, but yeah, just think about it, okay? Because purge so that you can endure. And these two go together as well, see? Shapeshifter and endure. You can endure. Maybe get a four-legged friend, this is saying. Or saying, hey, four-legged friends have been around a lot longer than the human beings have been around. So they've endured. Maybe there's something that you're missing, right? And because you have endured, because you're no longer deflecting energies, you're no longer deflecting the problem. The bells normally, the ancient shamans, they use the bells to ward off evil spirits, evil energies, clears them straight away, you know. So you no longer are, or you're not doing this and you need to. Maybe you got some evilness around you. Maybe you got some bad energies. Because it keeps saying purge. Maybe you should get a bell. A really loud bell. But it's saying that, you know, you're no longer deflecting either way. And maybe you're starting to realize you need to start dealing with your issues. Because maybe in the past you didn't have support. Insects here support. And insects actually support the ecosystem more than you even can realize. Do you realize what it would be like if bees were not around to pollinate the flowers? In general, a lot of plants that we eat, they rely on the support of these insects, how important they are, and how two creatures or more work together. Simian, is it called simian or whatever? But yes, okay, this is the wisdom of your ancestors here. Wisdom. You are your ancestors, and you do have the ability to awaken special gifts and talents that your ancestors possibly spent a long time learning. Okay? And all it takes is shift in perspective, okay? Perspective. And trust, hope, and pray, you know, to purge for your ancestors, right? To support you. Because most likely they will, if you haven't done anything that completely just like made them be like, yo. Because you are a representation of your ancestors, especially if you were chosen by your family line. Chose you, for example, and you completely just disgraced them. Yeah. That would be one way that they wouldn't be by your side, you know, because they wouldn't be able to protect you. They wouldn't be wanting to protect you if you disgrace them, right? See? Maybe you didn't have the wisdom that you have now. I mean, obviously, hindsight's 20/20, right? But, you know, maybe you didn't know what to do to protect yourself from from things going left, you know, let's just say. But it's all about perspective. So know that your ancestors are here to protect you. All you have to do is ask and honor them, as I said in my Latin part 1. Light a white candle for them and just dedicate it to your ancestors, your loved ones. Buy incense, any kind you want, incense. And say, here, I dedicate this to you. I mean, other cultures do it, but it's America that has lost touch a lot with their past, their ancestry. You know, I noticed that. Because it's a mixing, boiling pot, people are like, okay, I don't know where it came from. Like, someone came from Russia, someone came from France, someone came from China, someone came from, you lose track of it. And I understand it. I think that it's enough just to light a candle. I mean, your ancestors know who you are, even if you don't know who they are. Okay? This is so that you can be free. You can be free and soar above and see from a new perspective, a higher perspective perhaps, so that you can find your purpose in life and why you're here. Right? Doesn't that sound nice? Yeah? And notice how this is an eagle as well. See how they're protecting you? A lot of the birds that come around, I believe it, that they are my passed on loved ones. And they're always giving me signs and symbols, synchronicities. I just ask the universe, I say, give me a sign, Lord. And I'll have a cardinal show up. And I take that as being my grandmother, something like that. Sacred site. Everyone needs a sacred site to find their purpose, to sit and meditate, to feel safe enough to express themselves. And this is water, which is emotion. Okay, I decided I was going to try to read the 3 bird ones. We're going to do purge first, and then birds, and then protection. And I might do a part 3, okay? So, purge right here. It's an owl, which represents wisdom. This is your wisdom here. And whatever has been eating you lately, whatever has been on your chest that you simply just need to get off, spit it out already and say what you feel. It's better to say what you feel and get it off your chest rather than keep it swallowed up. The more you keep it swallowed up, the more it's going to just make you sick. Makes your soul sick. Nobody else is aware of how you feel. If you're in a bad relationship, get out. Make the necessary preparations and telling a close ally. You will have their support if they're true friends. Find courage and make your move. If it's at work with your boss, give them the opportunity to correct things. Tell them how what's going on and try to work with them. Communication is key with everything, of course. If you have been living in another's rule, religiously beliefs, or ways that are not for you, now is the time to explain why you can no longer abide. People who matter really care and do not punish you for being true to yourself. Do not be scared to be yourself, ever. Okay? If they punish you and pick on you, they're not for you. To find people that truly support you. And don't destroy yourself trying to please others. Serve a positive purpose in your world. Determine who is your true friend. Pros and cons before making any commitment. Person is sad, have lost your friendship. It's time to be healed. Be faithful, consistent, and assertive. Be you. Remove all that serves you no longer. Let cleansing waters make you stronger. Clear your mind, body, and soul. Now I have room to make you whole. Till next time, this is Rainbow Benno. God bless. Oh, stay tuned for part 3. I'm going to read the other 2. Okay? See you then.